evening, everyone. Welcome back to Blueprints. This might be a bit of a rough video. Basically, oh jeez, between the previous video and this one, I have fallen down the Elden Ring rabbit hole. I've just been playing that for like a week, so I kind of remember what we were working on, but like, I'm very worried that drafting strategy is going to have vacated my brain. I skipped through like my to-do list, my notes and stuff like. Oh, I should open my actual notes. That seems like that'd be useful. I'm so just out of sorts. Everything's gone wrong. Okay. Yeah. So we gotta figure out what's going on. Where am I at? At the Blessing of the High Roller currently. Each time you draft a shop room, get a reroll. Gain 5 coins every time you spend a reroll. We have 3 of these. Whoops, we had. Oh man. Oh, buttons. I'm not doing this on purpose. I swear. I am just this out of sorts. We have the key card. Okay. So things that I would like to work on, things that I would love to prioritize as much as possible. Getting more vault keys. That would be cool. Because we got to get that last sanctum key. We're probably going to get the library in this one. The library is guaranteed off the Nook. And the Nook is really common. So we're probably going to be reading the history book. History of Arindia, Volume 1. First edition. Unredacted. The raw book. I'm excited for that. Okay, sure. I would love to increment my stars. So observatory, because what am I at? Where is that? 39. That's not too bad. I'd love to get to 50 to see what the new constellation is. It's been I don't know what the constellation is, but the effect of it has been spoiled for me slightly, which is fine. All the more reason to do it. Planetarium would be good. We need the coat check. We'll have to see how this goes. As always, conservatory. I think we're done with the drafting studio. Yeah. So Dovecote's the only room I haven't been in yet, right? And then we'll have the whole thing. 32 parlor games, 26 dartboards. I'd love to finish those. 109 out of 110. We're so close. Okay. Why couldn't I get you first? Ooh, Rabbit's Foot is really good. For getting vault keys, I think the most consistent way we've seen to get the vault keys, the most common place that I've seen it show up so far in the game, I guess that's probably the best way to put it, was the trading post, which we did not have as an option for the outer room. So that's kind of just a moot observation. Yeah, I'll do break room. We'll go solve that in a minute. Stepping in here is free, so I may as well. Classroom is good to get a little later because you can reroll if you have gotten other drafting style rooms. Yeah, we can keep going this way. Parlor room is fairly tempting. Den is definitely the way to go here, though. I don't want to lock myself off. We got a gem. We have the hammer. That's exciting. Yes, give me your keys. Apparently, the other good way to get vault keys is through the Lost and Found. And when I I didn't take her ladyship's spare room. This would be a perfect place for the walk-in closet, especially if we got a bunch of gems from it. I'm just gonna be boring and take the storage room. Yeah, Lost and Found. Lost and Found, good way to get the vault keys also, apparently. Apparently, I don't know how true that is. So that's kind of on my mind as well. We could just do the observatory now. I'd rather not dead-end us here. Yeah, this is fine. Still hoping to get the telescope. That's a lot. So that's better apples. This is the slice. This is 2 trunks. This is the key. This is flowers. No, this is Diamandus Major. I thought that was like a stem and like flowers. It's not. So you're the 4-way rooms. Are you Diamond Miner? Hell yeah! Look at that. They're both. That's really good. That's very good. That's a lot of very good stuff. That is incredibly nice. That'll make the stay a fair bit easier, I think. I do want to sneak back around. Well, I don't really like how this turned out. That's all right. We will backtrack now. Oh, we can eat the apple now. We could also just save the apple. What if we just save the apple? I would still love to get a experiment going. Like, the sooner the better. Let's not crack those open then for that exact same reason that I would love to get an experiment going. After certain previous events, I'm interested in looking to see if there are any, like, unique words, like, that are written in, like, a different font or hand or style. Just a fun little aside. I convinced, a while back, right when I started playing this, I convinced a friend of mine to check it out, Young Guru 42, good friend of the channel. He started playing it. He is as obsessed with the game as I am, perhaps even more so. He has certainly played a lot deeper number of days wise. I finally had I think our second conversation since we both got into the game. And it's funny because we're both trying to gauge how far the other person is with respect to certain puzzles, but in a way that doesn't spoil things. So it's like, hey, what do you think of the dartboard puzzle? Oh yeah, I like doing that every day. Cool. Have you seen other symbols show up? And now it's like, yes. What have I seen show up? Well, I've seen the square, but also like I have seen the algebra room in the classroom where it's like there's also diamonds and squiggles and things, right? So I'm like, oh, I have probably seen all of the symbols, but not all of them on the dartboard yet. Right? So it's like we're just like talking around each other and stuff. Anyway, he made it to the squiggles, which I think is funny. That's like, I don't mind being spoiled on that because we were going to run into it eventually on the dartboard, and as soon as I saw those in the classroom, it's like, oh, that stuff is going to just show up on the dartboard, right? So he's like, uh-oh, fractional math. I'm getting like not round numbers for things. I found that to be very funny. Okay, 4 squared is 16. Minus 15, so we're at 1. Plus 4, so we're at 5. Squared is 25. Minus 15 is 10. 5 plus 10 is 15. Oh, we're playing this game again. Okay. 5 plus 10 is 15. Minus 20 puts us at negative 5. Squared is 25. Minus 20 is 5. I was at negative 5 and was like, wait, negative is wrong. Negative is wrong. It's positive 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1. What? Did I do that wrong? That's what I get for yapping. What was this? Was this 1? 5. What am I doing? 4 squared is 16. Minus 15 is 1. Plus 4 is 5. Squared, oh, it's 25. It's 10. Herder. Oh, I didn't square it afterwards, did I? Gosh darn it. It was 25 divided by 5, not 5 divided by 5. Because I didn't square it at the end. Okay. 1 squared is 1. Times 1 is still 1. Plus 1 is 2. Squared is 4. Times 5 is 20. Hooray! Okay. I got there. I had to stop yapping and pay attention. It's fine. Silver key is nice. Silver key is perhaps less good in a day where we already have lots of rooms with lots of doorways showing up. Anyway, it might do. That's a little spooky. That's very spooky. I don't like this. We don't have any rerolls, huh? This is actually dangerous. Okay, we're fine. Anyway, going back to the whole thing, talking to my friend, I haven't been spoiled on anything, but he mentioned like puzzles or things that he has knowledge of or that he's attempting to solve that I was like, he's on a track that I was not on. So I have 1 or 2 of those kind of in the back of my mind that I would like to go check out. Do we just do the passageway while I'm here? Let's just do the passageway first while I'm here. Lab is really good. Lab is very good. Lab is perhaps ideal. Ooh, battery. We can do all sorts of stuff with that. I haven't gotten the workshop, have I? I just want to see if there's anything here that looks like it could be like an actual real clue. Not really. Okay. Let's see. Experiment setup. Yeah. For each bedroom you draft after the second, each time you unlock or bypass a security door. Next 3 times you open a trunk, so we could get 3 things. Man, permanently increase your lockpicking. I would love to do that. I guess we just remove crates. And probably security doors. I would love to, like, actually get security. We could also just, like, there's 2 trunks guaranteed that we could go open right now, so we could just guarantee some progress. I'm not guaranteed to open any actual, like, security doors, you know? Or bedroom drafting. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. This is kind of a tough choice. Security door is more of a risk, especially if we don't get security. But we can also go like to the foundation and go do stuff over there. So that seems fairly, I don't know, it seems like that's going to be a decent way to try to get that. I don't know. I would take the next 3 times you open a locked trunk if there were like no other good options, but security door I think is a pretty good option. We'll do that. We'll do security door. Start experiment. So... Actually, we don't need to burn our Blackbridge thing for the day. I read all I read all of the emails here, right? I'm sure I did. Right. Right. Okay. Because they're shutting everything down because of the investigation. That's right. Get a magnifying glass in the next couple of days. Ooh, I wanted to look and see, was there anything else in here? Yeah. I can confirm that this morning, as I was driving up to the estate to reset the house, I did see that the satellite was up. So it appears the young master does in fact have complete mastery over the house. That was a day or 2 ago? Yes. Yay, I'm going to guess that means that he's likely already reached room 46 then. I knew he would pull it off. I just knew it. Congratulations, Simon from Kimberly. Thank you, Kimberly. I think that's today. I think that's probably what day it is today. Or like yesterday. Maybe she wrote that yesterday. I don't know. Whatever. We're in the vicinity of that. Okay. I would much rather draft from here than from the dark room for obvious reasons. That solves the issue that I had with the security door pick, so I feel vindicated. Okay. Keycard system first. Inventory, 2 trunks, the apple we left. There's 4 gems somewhere. 4 gems? That's a lot. Where have I left 4 gems? Unless they're like in the trunks, but that doesn't seem right. Live surveillance approved. The bear no longer wishes to have tape logs of activity on the estate. Might seem like a security risk. There's a good reason for this. That was right around when Mary went missing and came to live here. That whole thing. Redundant levers. Antechamber in the weight room seems like a security oversight. Okay. Red and blue memo sheets. Why do you guys do this riddle with your colored memos? Okay. I guess it's a clue for, like, there's a puzzle regarding the color of the memo sheets for the clock tower, which we already know, but that's okay. Alright. Just learning what I can. So... I have no context here. I'm missing something. My friend mentioned that he knows something about the security monitors, and he thinks that there's a second thing that he maybe doesn't know about these. And only thing I could think of is like, other than looking and going like, oh, that's the security room, oh, that's the office, and then like kind of leaving it at that, I have not actually like done anything with these. It has not ever crossed my mind. So let's do two things here. Classic, give me a screenshot. Lovely. It is consistently always the same rooms. Add a page. Security. This is the monitors. So the other thing is I want to write down what the rooms are here. So like... library. We'll go horizontally across the top, I guess. Wine cellar. What is that? Is that's the old spare room, huh? That is the old spare room. Spare room. Walk in closet. Archive. Nook. Ballroom. Vault. Music room. Vault. Nook below the vault. Spare room at the top. That's the storage room below that. And below that is one of the hallways. That might just be like the straight one, like the corridor. I'm not sure on that one. Back up at the top, we have the walk-in closet. Below that, we have the office. Below that, we have security. To the right of security, we have the showroom. Above the showroom is where things get a little spooky. Below the archive. Below the archive, we have the nursery. Where was I? We have the gallery to the right of the nursery. Yeah, so like archive, nook. Oh, okay, okay. Ballroom, below the ballroom is pool. The vault is separate. Okay, so this is interesting. These right here, spare room, S, walk-in closet, W, archive, A, N, S, O, N, G. Here we have B, V, and P, so I'm not sure what to make of those. Here, what do we have? L, W, V, M, N. Like, there's no vowels in there. But here, like, why do we have swan song and then 3 extra letters? Is that the corridor? That's gotta be the corridor, right? No, that is the hallway. It's not the East Wing Hall, because that has, like, stuff in front of the window. That's not looking out at a window on either side. Hallways. I don't think it's the corridor because the corridor just has a bunch of junk on either side, right? There's like all the paintings piled up. And that does not have all the paintings piled up on either side. So that is literally just the hallway. Okay. Hallway. I guess I can remove the question mark from my notes here. So like, let me like bold these. Let's make this like stand out a bit. Okay. And then these three are like in the chunk. So the only thing I can think of is like, because if we ignore Swan Song, everything else that we have, L W M V N H S S P O H S S. Hang on. Home security surveillance. What? I never would have like even investigated this until I got a hint. Oh, I feel like a fool. Alright, let's start at the beginning. It's just cutscene time. Alright. Just gonna screenshot these dates here. February 9th in the library, 1987. That had to have been Mary, right? She went missing on the 10th or whatever. Detective Bon Margle was checking out books in March. So here's the thing. I wrote down many of the dates, but not all of them. I didn't write down the dates on like the first book or two that we drafted. 3, 4. I only wrote it down on 5. 5 of the books. But that's the day that Mary went missing. So I bet that was her and Herbert like looking at books. All right, so That was 10:59 a.m. So at noon in the entrance. Oh my gosh. What is this? There's somebody. They're holding like a book or a envelope or something. Probably a book. They probably just came from the library. Huh. I don't know what to make of this yet. I don't know what this is. Are any of these like going to be red herrings, or are these all relevant? That's what I don't know. This is the next day in security. Okay. What the hell is that? That's the train route. I've already solved that, though. Unless that's a different train route. That is not a different train route. That is the one we already know. 8 to 7 to 3 to 10 to 1, the dead end at 13. Okay. So just like another hint if we were unable to get that out of a new clue, I suppose. Oh boy. Okay, well, that makes this a lot easier. Uh-oh. I can rewatch the Rumpus Rooms? Hang on. Okay, this is, we found the cutscene rewatcher. We never had a, oh, credits. Sorry, credits. We're not going to do that. We had, so security room the first time it came in. So I've seen 5 Rumpus Rooms, huh? So we're clearly missing something here and something here. So like probably another Rumpus Room, and this is probably like something closer to the ending is my guess. Okay, let's rewatch all the Rumpus Rooms and see if I've missed anything. I've kind of gone through and talked about like things as I have understood them after the fact, but it'll be good just to go through all these again. Let's do it.
And as it was for
Oh, and I love the Great Alzara.
I am awakened at the sound of a dropping coin. You find yourself face to face with the great Alzara. And I suspect you wish me to look into your future. The image is becoming clear.
That's me with the blueprints.
I see a boy.
That's the
A
castle.
boy standing on a shore of white sand. He is looking for something. was told he would not find. I see a black cat tied to a red
I
flag.
think that's Mom.
I hear the wind blowing, but the flag does not stir. I see a door marked by a rogue moon. A door that is always locked, yet has no key. It is the door you have been searching for, yet will not find. A lost room beyond the dark waters. What you have heard here has been foreseen by the great Alzara.
So I think...
Until the dawn of the following day,
Right, you'll have nothing more to say.
will
I
have
know.
nothing more to say.
Okay, I think the door marked by the rogue moon is... like, we're supposed to think that's the door to room 46, but it lies beyond the dark waters. I actually think that it's going to be like the door to the castle, like the underground. I think that's where we're going to end. I think that's like blueprints. I think we're going to like claim the castle or something, right? That seems to be like at the heart of a lot of this nonsense that's going on. That's interesting. And then like the children of Blackwater and Blackbridge, there's a lot of like water illusions and whatnots in the literature and the lore here. May we meet on the shores, like on the dark shores or whatever, right? The letter to Mary from her compatriot. Like there's a lot of that stuff going around there. So I'm inclined even more to think that that's just something related to old Orinda Ares.
And, as it was foretold, I am awakened at the sound of a dropping coin. You find yourself face to face with the great Alzara. And I suspect you wish me to look into your future.
This is like the letters, isn't it?
Which is becoming clear.
That's the rock we could dig at, wasn't it?
I hear the pattering
Maybe? I don't
steps
know.
of children running in the forest.
I don't get that.
Joyful echoes of laughter in the courtyard. I see an old man. An old man
There's the
sitting
candlestick. I didn't even...
in a chair.
I must have noticed that.
A seed that has served
It's so
many
obvious.
generations. Each with their own stories. Each with their own secrets. Each with their own endings. But all in the same chair. What you have heard here has been foreseen by the great Alzara. Until the dawn of the following day, I will have nothing more to say.
Like, genuinely, the only thing I can think of about that chair is that they all sat in the chair like the throne. I don't know what to make of that one.
And, as it was foretold,
So this one's going to be the letters, right?
at the sound
Oh, did I skip ahead? I think I'm going in the wrong order. I think it's top to bottom
Find
left and then
yourself.
top to bottom right.
face to face
Uh,
with the great
oh well.
Alzara.
We've seen them all. It's not like I'm spoiling anything.
And I suspect you wish me to look into your future.
There's got to be more from that last one.
Image is becoming clear. I see the darkened cloud of ruin.
I think this is like the ruins underground, right?
Is both
The
now decrepit, run down, and in disrepair.
catacombs and stuff.
I see 8 resting upon 8 pedestals. And in these 8 envelopes, I see 8 letters penned by 8 different hands.
Hang on.
8 letters of which you will only ever find and read 7. Just like the art hanging on the walls of these rooms, there is a letter missing. What you have heard here has been foreseen.
Okay, hang on. We're gonna rewatch that one. It was zooming in on letter 4, but I didn't see. I glanced away to look that up. I didn't see what, like, if it was the same number on the one that was sinking into the water, or if we could even tell that. Oh, it just resumes it. I wish I could like scrub the video or something. Why did it stop? What was going on there?
And, as it was foretold, I am awakened at the sound of a dropping coin. You find yourself
Just bear with me for a moment here.
face to face.
Because the letter we're missing is 3. I'm missing letter number 3.
And I suspect you wish me
4 is the boudoir.
to look into your future. The image is becoming clear. I see the darkened cloud of ruin, familiar to us both, now decrepit, run down, and in disrepair. I see 8 red envelopes, resting upon 8 pedestals. And in these 8 envelopes, I see 8 letters penned by 8 different
That's
hands.
number 4. We're not coming for Christmas.
8 letters of which you will only ever find.
We'll never know what that one was.
7.
Okay.
Just like
Yeah.
and as it was foretold,
We were told we'd never find the door
I
either.
am awakened at the sound of a dropping coin,
So I suspect that we can find an 8th letter, but I don't know.
face to face with the great Alzara. And I suspect you wish me to look into your future. Yes. The fog is clearing.
Oh, this is like somebody else was here.
I see a shadow in the doorway. Silent footsteps in the hallways. An unlatched gate you did not open. A missing item you did not take.
Oh, the lantern is missing there.
I see a young boy watched from afar. A young boy who once was brave, but now afraid. What you have heard here has been foreseen by the great Alzara. Until the dawn of the following day, I will have nothing more to say.
Okay, and so then the last one is going to be the gardens, and there may still be one more because there's definitely a slot here, but we don't have anything there yet. Interesting.
As it was foretold,
We haven't seen the rumpus room in a
I
while.
am awakened at the sound of a dropping coin. find yourself face to face with the great Alzara. And I suspect you wish me to look into your future.
So I think this is all about the heist, right? Stealing the crown.
Faintly in the mist, I see a figure.
So that's like the statue of the general.
A statue cradled in a courtyard of sentinel stone. You will find yourself one day wandering these paths, walking in the footsteps of the past, wandering and waiting, searching for a shadow that will never be cast, longing for the day to end, the hours to pass. What you have heard here has been foreseen by the great Alzara.
Okay, so
Until the dawn of the following
yeah. Okay, hang on. So searching. Oh man. So walking. So I don't know if that's like a literal thing. Probably not. That we will be walking those pathways, waiting. That's important. I that tells me. Oh geez, we're gonna do this nonsense again. Let's scroll back up here. Let's find my safe house notes. We're gonna do one of these. Boop. So we have who the people are. Can I zoom in easily? Kind of. My mouse wheel's on the fritz, but that's all right. So we have who the people are, and we have the times. So we can follow them. Oh come on, mouse wheel. We can follow them around and see who was where at what time. 136, the getaway car. There's the guards. There's forced entry, security doors. Get around to the back to actually heist the thing. Right. So like we have times, we have names, and that seems relevant, perhaps. But so I'm wondering if that's like the watching and waiting part. The interesting thing, though, is down here, written on the wall in the safe room. We seek what's in the shade of truth. So we're looking for a shadow that'll never be cast. Is there a truth anything? Is there like a statue of truth or anything? I don't think so. That'd be more like a thing you'd see at like an American museum, not a Fen Ares museum. That's all. Ah. Okay. Well, this is cool. So we know that we can do this, right? And there's only so that's it. There's only footage for those 2 years, 1987, those three, and then 1993, and then a bunch of other letters that were not used for anything. And we have the key card. We bumped up security door frequency. The Great Hall is going to be obnoxious to deal with. I mean, we have to keep going, right? Metal detector's cool. The question is, do we dig now, or do we try to make, like, the detector shovel, or the jackhammer, even, for better stuff? I'm just gonna dig now. That's my answer. We already have a lab experiment, so We're not gonna get a like do a thing when the lab experiments digs up, like do a thing when you dig up junk. We're not gonna get one of those, unfortunately. Okay, let's just see what's up here. West Wing Hall is good. I like having options. And now we're gonna go back and see what's on the other side of the red room. We're also missing 4 gems. Oh, they're gonna be in the Great Hall. Duh. Okay. Never mind. That makes a lot of sense. Maybe something in the dark room. I think things don't show up until you've done a thing. Gem requirement 3. Man, I wish I could open my what's it called? My directory. Because, like, what costs 3? I think, like, the Mechanarium or something costs 3. I don't think that could be in the corner, though. The vault costs 3. That could go in the corner. Is there anything else I can think of that costs 3? That could go in the corner. Not really. Okay, good guess. Is today the 14th? It is. Okay, so that. Oh, come on. Okay, stop beeping. Nope, no beeps. Please stop. Please be done. Ugh. So the new posting on the faculty, faculty? Oh, you can tell I work at a university. The staff notice, that's today. That's cool. ID. I suspect that we're gonna open however many more of these and get more passports. I mean, at least one more is gonna have the Sanctum key. I don't know how many of these are openable. Do we go to the Great Hall? I don't have that. Like, we have some keys. We don't have that many keys. I'm not going to go to the Great Hall. Aha. Metal detector will help us get keys. I like that. Her ladyship's spare room would be nice, and we get the extra steps from the nursery. Ooh, I would love to get, like, the secret garden key or something also. Oh, the sleeping mask? Okay, that'll make backtracking a lot easier. We have... we'll use the silver key. We have a lot of steps. We got steps covered for the day. Yeah, I knew the cloister cost 3, but that couldn't go in the corner, because you're not allowed to have potential exits that go outside. Conference room's probably fine here. Okay, a card key. Yeah. Alright, yes, I like this. More of these, please. This kind of stinks, but... I mean, we could do the weight room. We could just do that. Get it out of the way now. Haven't eaten the apple back in the pantry. We also get sleeping mask benefits now. Yeah, I think that's fine. That's good to see. Another security door. Pool is tempting. Sure. I am a tiny bit worried about how low we are on gems. That's perhaps a problem. Um, I'm not going to worry too much about the foundation and stuff just yet. Oh, that's good. That's 2. May as well pull this. Right. This just being a dead end would be fine. Not super keen on it being a furnace, though. Oh, we can go get 1,000,000 more gems. Oh, that's good. That's very good. Yeah, okay. So this will be south. Lost and found is tempting. Well, I could get it and, like, just either A, not go in there, or B, not go in there until, like, the very end of the day. I actually think that's fine. We can see what's in there, too. Dice. That might be a vault key. That looks like some sort of key right there on the edge of the table. That might be like a safety deposit key, or it could just be like the car keys, who knows. Very interesting, though. That's unfortunate. Workshop is good. I mean, it's going to give us a handle, and then we could just, make the jackhammer if I want to. Archives is just, like, devastating. I don't want to do that for the rest of the day. Yeah, this kind of stinks. I should have just gone back to the observatory. That's okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'll just hold on to all that stuff. There's no real reason to use it all right away. And the planetarium. Yeah. Planetarium, actually quite good. Who knew? Oh, give me another planet. Nom 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 nom. I want all the planets. So what have we gotten? Dauja the Untamed, Fenmora the Red Stone, Vea the Dark Shadow, Mamora the Guiding Light, and now Mora. Starting tomorrow, each planetarium will contain a prism key. That's super cool. Our colorful world. Mora. Ma means small, right? It's like Mora Ma would be like giant world. I don't remember. I flunked out of language class. Okay. That is still incredibly good. Yeah, give me the die. I'm just gonna eat the apple, even though apples are even more delicious when we go back. That's still fine. Keys would be great. Dice are always great as well. Money is just like whatever at this point. Kind of stinks that we like locked off this area, or at least made it tricky to access, but that's okay. We got a bunch of dice. The apple's fine. Let's just dig. Pebbles, great. I was contemplating stepping out and crafting the shovel detector, but I sure didn't. Getting like the lockpick would also be kind of interesting. Okay, let's leave. Let's go do the West Wing Hall. Because we do get the steps here. I do actually like need to be a little careful about our steps, but that's just the way it is. I hate the gallery. The gift shop is fine. It's a three-way room. Like, that's good. Whoa! From the Curse of Blackbridge. Cursed coffers. A permanent addition to the shrine. None would dare to open it. Is that how we unlock curse mode? To the shrine, not to the cloister. Okay. So we got to get the shrine outside. We still have a blessing rolling right now. Ew. I will redraw. All of this kind of just stinks. I mean, I could double the money that we gain from now on. We already got the vault. I don't know. Again, I don't really have a lot to spend money on. I either need just like an absurd amount of money, like 500 or something, and then the showroom, or money is kind of irrelevant. There's not really any in between for us. Ooh, that being said, the armor is interesting. It's going the right direction, at least. That's good. I assume if we get the Chamber of Mirrors that it didn't, like, stay solved. So we'd have to get to it. So, like, if you get around and get to the other side, you make it like a four-way room, but it isn't that by default, is kind of the impression that I'm under. But I don't know. We haven't really messed around with it. Partially because getting doubles of everything is not immediately, obviously, a good thing. It can be a good thing. We gotta be careful about our steps. Because, like, from here... So, like, if we go to the library, sure. That's one. We're at 28. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then, what, like, 6 to get back to the entrance hall? Something like that? Plus 5, minus 2. Plus 5, and we're even. Plus 5, eat the apple for like another plus 5, and then we're even. Get up to the observatory. That's good. Yeah, it's definitely better to go down and around to the foundation. Okay. Ooh, I'm excited. Let's do book screenshots. History of Arindia. Okay, so there's a couple of things I'm hoping to get out of this book. Let's just screenshot everything because we've learned that like title pages were important at that one point. There's a couple things I'm really hoping to get out of here. first and foremost, just like lore, like just world building, learn more about what's going on in this world. Ajira to Araja. Oh, it's backwards. Hang on. What? Geography class. Where's Ajira? So there's the Aj Se, and then there's the Se Ja. Oh, Ma Mora. It'd be Mora Ma. Okay. That language hurts my head. And then on the other side, there's the Inse and the Orse. Iraja. Where's Ajira? What's Iraja backwards? What? I didn't even. Okay, just books, just the book. Just gonna get through the book. Screenshot and everything before I read it. Let's just do it this way. Forward. Arindia was once the name used to designate the realms of the eastern waters. Though the term is no longer employed in the halls of politics, nor commonly known to the average citizen, its memory flickers in the hearts of those who hail from the land that it once encompassed. And many of the elder generation, in hushed circles, still refer to themselves as Orindians. Yet we must not let the flame of our history dwindle into the obscurity of whispered conversations, nor permit our leaders to enjoin us to abandon the name of our land. We must keep alive the embers of our past and preserve them for the generations yet to come. I could see why this guy was wanted for treason or whatever they were after him for. Okay, Ajira. We're learning about Ajira first. And Castle Arindia, which might be under this house. Most historians mark the beginning of the first era, often denoted as Ajira. Oh, Aj era. Aj is first, right? Hang on, wait, language. Aj is first. So what was it, like first word is how you'd say hello? Yeah, Aj lore is how you say hello. First word, hello. So Aj era, the first era. Oh. So Iraja is the last era? Why is the country named that? Era must have some other meaning. E-R-A. I don't know. A-R-E-I is future. Okay. Anyway. Most historians mark the beginning of the first era, often denoted as Aj-era, by the ascension of the first king of Arindia, whose name, Orus, would later grace the burgeoning township in which he was crowned. So yes, Orus is named after King Orus the first king of Arindia. Orus was known before his coronation as a prominent merchant lord of considerable means and affluence, whose sway in the region made him the ideal candidate for the unification of the surrounding provinces. Regrettably, history is not always forthcoming, and the surviving records of those bygone days are mostly limited to trade agreements and sales receipts. It's just how it is. Nevertheless, we can deduce from these ledgers that Orus had but one aim: expansion. The territory spread forth from the heart of Orus, and by the end of the 1st century, the black banners of Arindia could be seen fluttering in every hamlet and hostelry, along every thoroughfare, from Orus all the way to the western banks. That's why there was a question like, hey, if you travel all the way the other way, what color flags are you going to see? Not the black ones. We got rid of those. Okay, so a new kingdom was born. Great. So the second era, copy paste. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned this. The first thing I'm hoping to get is like lore, backstory, etc. Just more clues about the geopolitical situation, all that. The other thing that I'm hoping to get out of this is more clues about regional politics, transportation, culture, things that'll help us maybe deduce some of the sigils. That's what I'm hoping for this. I'm really hoping that like after reading this book, we can either go down and solve a sigil today or like tomorrow because I kind of screwed up my step count by taking the weight room. But that's all right. Okay, second era. It was the fourth king of Arindia who split this vast domain in three equal shares, three realms for his three children. To the eldest, he granted the fields and mountains of his great grandfather, the middle province, and the heart spring of the kingdom. So that's here, Arinda Ares. The eldest accepted the gift. He called the new realm Orinda Ares, named after the angelic paragon of royalty, Orinda. The angels. I've been calling that Orindia, angel of royalty. It's so obvious. Why didn't I think of that? And we know that your name is Orinda. We know that definitively now, so I can remove the question mark. Okay. To the youngest, he bestowed upon him the realm of Arch Ares, the land of the northern storms, a wild and untamed expanse which at the time was not as developed, but a good deal more vast than the eldest brother's lot. So we don't know how they travel, but stormy and undeveloped, so that might be like the tribal one. Interesting. And to his middle child, his only daughter, he gifted her the southern region of Eraja, the mystical realm of the ancestors, a land steeped in tradition, magic, and the poetry of the old tongue. We gotta get back into her ladyship's chambers with the diary key again. Is the diary still unlocked? I don't remember. I need to go take a look at that again. I might have to go back to the VOD and go through that. Because I as we get more context, I feel increasingly like there's probably clues and hints and things that I've missed because I didn't have the context for them at the time. Okay, third era. As the second era drew to a close, the three sovereign realms had achieved a period of remarkable progress and prosperity. Each of these distinct regions, ruled by their respective sibling monarchs, had blossomed, cultivating the bountiful resources of their lands and developing a unique character and culture that set them apart from one another. Despite those differences, the sibling monarchs managed to maintain friendly relations throughout their lives, and were known for their cooperation in matters of trade and transportation. The succeeding generations of their heirs continued that tradition, and the third era was defined by the construction of a vast network of railways that spanned the length and breadth of the land, linking the northern mountains of Arch Ares to the southern shores of Eraja. So they all have railways. That, and we know that there's storms. Hang on. We know that there's storms in the mountainy north. Steeped in tradition, magic, and the poetry of the old tongue. So we don't know about the weather of Eraja. But we saw. Is that the one that we saw the fragment of the sigil for? I don't know. Anyway, vast network of railways linking all three of them. This development facilitated travel and commerce between the three realms, further strengthening their bond and laying the foundation for the promise of a prosperous and bright future. A promise that would, unfortunately, as my readers will soon find, not be kept. We can see the logos for each of those, which we already saw in the previous one. Except, oh dang it, I didn't mean to click out of that. Orinda Ares wasn't this one censored? I think this one was like censored. Okay, fourth error. Give me that screenshot. Oh. Oh. We've seen the music, the clef. what is that called? Like a treble clef or whatever? We've seen the squiggle here in the music room. Hang on. Room screenshots, music room. Of course I didn't take a screenshot of that. Why would I? Oh, and am looking at the notes I've made for the music room, and I think that might be related to like the castle puzzle or like an alternate version of that puzzle. Because I'm starting to think there's two versions of that stupid puzzle, but I don't know for sure. I don't even want to look at that anymore. I don't like it. Um, As the kingdom of Arinda Ares entered the fourth era, a different kind of ruler took the reins of power. King Desolates III was a king who listened to the voices of all his subjects, from the most influential advisors to the humblest of citizens. He was a king who often was seen among the people, eating, drinking, and conversing, a sight that shocked not only the gentry in the court, but the masses as well, who could scarce believe that they, as peasantry, would ever sup with the crown. Desolates was renowned as the king of the people, and it was therefore a surprise to no one when he made the decision to move the capital from the secluded mountains of Reddington to the public stage of Oris, leaving castle and court behind. Yeah, the capital, okay. So the castle, was in the mountains of Reddington, which is where we are physically located right now in the game. So that this was the original castle of Arindia. Okay. Or Arinda Ares. No, the capital of Arindia. The castle of Arindia. This was the original one. Okay. The people were overjoyed by this choice, and the city welcomed their king with open arms and great fanfare. Yet not all were swayed so easily. There were those that viewed the king's conduct to be unbecoming of his station and were wary of how readily he could be persuaded by the tears and tales of the common folk. These dissenting voices planted the seeds of discontent, which took root in the lawns and gardens of the nobles of Fen, or as I've been instructed to say, the grand city of Fen. The big city of Red. Red City. Morning Bay. Oh, didn't this have a different name? This was not the pacification of Fen. This was the ruin of Fen or something in the other book, I thought. I don't know. I didn't take screenshots of the original book. I'm kind of curious to see if there's like actual like textual differences. The pacification seems different to me, but I don't know. We'll see. After the passing of King Desolates III, the fourth era came to an abrupt end. Thankfully, the king died naturally in his old age and surrounded by his people in Oris, far away from the growing unrest among the western city of Fen. On the very next day, the 6th of October. Oh, we have a date. Interesting. The self-proclaimed Prince Learson of Fen. Oh, so he's just a dude who's like, I am prince now. Prince of Fen. Declared himself the true monarch. This declaration was bolstered by a surprising number of supporters due to the fact that Desolates IV shared his father's good name but little of his virtues. As the prospect of civil war seemed inevitable, the realm's regiments were hastily recalled from the frontiers to stamp out and put an end to the Fensurrection. Ah. It was portrayed the other way in the other history book, right? There was a riot and Prince Learson stamped it out. Something like that. Okay. However, instead of restoring order, what ensued was a savage and merciless campaign against their own people. The gardens of Fen, once a center of splendor, were transformed into a battlefield as the cries of the innocent echoed through the city streets, stained in red. Yeah, this is different in the other version of the book, huh? The brutality of the pacification of Fen did not go unnoticed by neighbors. As sympathy for the city surged, taking a screenshot, allies came forward to lend support. Among them was the general of the Northern Regiment, who, sickened by the barbaric actions of these other battalions, joined forces with Prince Learson to form a formidable army. So he became the king. General of the Northern Regiment. Okay. Uh, Together, they leveraged their political influence and favors to persuade nearby realms of Arch Ares and Nuance to join their cause. However, even with the tide turning in their favor, victory did not come easy. The War of the Fifth Era lasted 22 long years, that was in the test, and saw buried one in every 3 men. Prince Learson himself added another number to the casualties. However, even in death, he had won. Horus had fallen, and with it the realm. The black flags that had flown for 5 eras were burned, and in their place, red banners were hoisted in honor of the fallen of Fen. The few remaining members of the former royal family fled in fear of their lives to the south, forever exiled. Is that uh is that grandma's side? Is that the Epson family? Are they descendants of royalty? That's interesting. That's an interesting little idea. Okay. Current era, part 6. Today, the realms inherited by the three, Fenares, Archares, and Iraja, once again stand united as allies. Though the distance between our peoples has grown, our connection to this land remains as strong as ever. The spruce and birch that span across our realms serve as a constant reminder that we all share a common past. And as those trees continue to grow, so do our hopes for a common future. A future where where we are not defined by the colors of the banners we raise, but by that which connects us, a land that we each call home. For this is, despite everything else, a land rich in history, a land of myth and wonder, a land that sprung forth the greatest empire the world has ever seen, the land of our fathers, of our mothers, and of our children. This land is, after all that has happened, still Arindia. That's the end. That's wild. I wonder if there's other magnifying glass things. Probably not. Maybe. Probably not. Huh. I think we did get the clues that I was after for the sigils, at least for these two. We could probably guess at ray type. No, we could probably guess at moat type for Arch Ares. Let me take a look at my notes. They're not poetic. They're not spiritual. I don't think they're industrial. I don't think they're academic. They're not metropolitan or martial. Those have already been taken care of. So there's agricultural in the snowy mountains of the north, or tribal. Unless they are like also martial or something. I don't know, because that could be the red herring. There might be 8 moats, but not they're not uniquely split amongst the 8 nations. Because where's my other notes here? We know that they're yellow, and like that's it. uh, so we have a fragment from Miraja. Didn't we get another fragment? Was that for the one that I already solved, like Vera? I don't think so. Yes, Vera. We got the fragment for that. Purple Poetic Railway. Need raise parentheses weather. Arch Ares. I guess I can mark off that we did Vera. Because like, what have we not used for sure? Industrial, which is my guess is nuance. We have no idea who's agricultural. So we know poetic. That's Iraja, which I have not solved, but we know that one. We know spiritual. I solved that. That's Vera. We know metropolitan. That was Arinda Ares. We solved that one. We know Marshall, that's Fenaries, we solved that one. So it's the 3 that we solved, and then the other one that we know from the fragment. That also we would know strong focus on arts, writing, language, music, etc. Like that's kind of just all over that color. I very strongly suspect that academic is the place with the school, Kararika. So that leaves tribal and agricultural for Morajai and Archeries. And agriculture doesn't seem really likely in the stormy mountains. So I'm inclined to say we can probably go take a guess at those. Okay. 28 steps. We're still going, but I would love to get, like, the dining room or something. We sure didn't. Treasure trove is pretty interesting. Kitchen would cost a gem, so we can't actually do that. Okay, we're gonna leave and go back to the start here in a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's really good. Yeah, I'll use a key. Two realms have the same color banner. I do not believe that is correct. So here's what we've got in the order that we've got these. On a green memo. The green memos you find in this room will always be true. The next was a blue memo. Oh, green memos and white boxes are always lies. That's true, because blue memos are true. Got it. The next one was a green. The true treasure of the trove is not in the house. So I need to be writing down the color of the freaking boxes, don't I? White box. Because this is a lie. They don't all have the same color banner. I have not written down any of the other colors. I'm wondering what we're going to get if we keep doing that. We're out of keys. Sauna's very nice. Sauna's tempting. I'm going to re-roll because I still want the conservatory. Okay, and we get the parlor room. That makes that even more likely. Oh, and an apple. Nom 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 nom. Okay. Alright, parlor game. What have we got? What have we got today? A false box contains the gems. The black box is true. So if you're true, then they're both true. Okay, so then that has to be false if this is true. The black box is false. So if you're... So, okay, if we go back to this, the black box is true. If you're true, the black box is true, then that's two truths, so that has to be false. So you're saying the black box is false. You're a liar, so the black box is true. That is all compatible. All of that is compatible. The false box contains the gems, which would be the blue box. Okay, but then what... Can we go the other way? The black box is not true. So you're a liar. Black box is not true. So that means that the black box... The black box is also a lie. So the false box does not contain the gems. The gems are not in the false box. So you're both liars, so you're true that the black box is false. And that's still compatible. You still have the gems. You have the gems no matter what. That's kind of cool. I like when they do that. Okay, conservatory, please. Last key for now. We have two trunks. Conservatory? Kitchen. Do we roll for the conservatory? We have enough steps to go back. Ooh. Ah, the attic. I'll take the attic. The pump room is also tempting, but I want the attic. It's what, my second time ever having come in here? 2, 3, 4, 5. You're a real item. 6, 7. Secret garden key. 8. Like, what are you pointing at? You got nothing in your hands. You've got nothing in your hands. What, I don't know what you're pointing at. I don't know where you're at, either. Are they, like, up at the ruins pointing down at, like, Reddington or something? I don't know. Oh, chef and chief, right, okay. Swan. She's got the emerald bracelet. Dear Miss Marigold, thank you so... Oh, you're April 12th. Yeah. Dear Miss Marigold, thank you so much for giving our editors the opportunity to consider your illustrated children's book, The Red Prince. Unfortunately, I regret that we've come to the conclusion that although the illustrations are wonderful, we do not think the material is a good fit with Ruffington's current catalog, and therefore will not be pursuing partnership at this time. If you provide us with a return envelope, your manuscript will be returned to you, otherwise it's been recycled. Thank you again for thinking of us here at Ruffington. Do not be discouraged. Submit new work you find in the future. Wish you success. Find your book at home. Thomas Yanders, editor. Ruffington Red Publishing. Children's Book Department. Concetta Court. Change the ending to political. Like, what are other things that stand out? Like the carpet, just things with colors. The gear, the swan. Can't, like, click on... Ooh. Oh, what? I can just walk past this stuff? Yeah, okay. SWANSONG. This is the office. HSS. So this literally just... This is so stupid. This is just a freaking clue to the thing we already solved today. Can I go back over here? No. Oh, game. Why are you like this? Can't, like, go back there or anything. Nah, okay. I want there to, like, be something in that drawer. All right. Attic. Pretty good room. Who knew? So we just gotta go back down and around to the foundation. I wanted to look at the library and see what my highest grade is that I've cleared. Like, does it give me some sort of like, hey, you passed, you got a diploma or something like that? Possibly, maybe, but I don't know. And now we'll never know. Until I hopefully remember to go there in the future. Okay. We may as well like open the doors while we're here, right? Although I burned all my rerolls and we still didn't get the conservatory. That's mildly annoying. Let's do this side first, because if it dead ends, it's not like the worst thing in the world. Oh man, we're out of keys too, huh? We'll get more when we go back, because there's going to be keys in the starting room. Kennel would have been great to have earlier. Locksmith could be good though, also. Oh, I gotta re-roll because the blessing. Yes. Yes. Okay, use it in a room and get a room with the same color. I mean, I'll buy all the keys. Yeah. Okay, locker room would be phenomenal to get today. I thought there would be a limit. I didn't think it would just let me buy, like, literally as many keys as I wanted. I can't pick it. We could make the better lockpick. I also literally just have, like, infinite keys. That's the other way to do this. Armory is still tempting. I want the passageway, though, because I still want to be able to go south over here. That lets me go south, but we were already kind of having troubles with the steps. I will just reroll. That's worse. Well, kind of worse. We have no use for the, see, I don't like this either. I guess we're gonna do the furnace. That sucks. This might have just like ruined the rest of our run. Cool, great. Glad I wasted a step there. Pump room. What do we want to do with the pump room? I want to drain the fountain, but then that's gonna like refill the reservoir, and I don't really want to do that. I need the gems. I have to have the gems. We're just gonna go back. I also want to like double check the aquarium one more time before we refill the aquariums. I'm reasonably sure that we've gotten everything that there was to glean from the drained aquariums, but I'm not positive. Like, I'm not 100% convinced. Man, I feel like there's something else I wanted to light on fire, but I don't remember what it was. Or even if that is, like, a correct statement, if I need fire again. Oh, we'll check the, we'll check the thing. We'll check the tunnel in a bit. Yeah, the lantern was taken. So somebody went somewhere dark. So somebody might have like taken this and gone like to the ruins or the tunnel or just something that I assumed to be underground. Observatory would be very good. Let's pop in here real quick. Boop. For 5 steps. Even though it cost us 2. These are all very good. Gems? Just hoping for gems. Gems be... Ooh, treasure map. That's 8 gems. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the right. I think that's... We don't have access... Yeah. We don't currently have access to that. If we do, we get a bunch of gems, though. That's something. You're free to enter, and we just gain 5. That's nice. We already busted you open. Oh, we can open everything in the Great Hall also. Hell yeah. That's good, that's good, that's all very good. All of these are very good. Look at how good all of those are. Man, my lockpicking skill is just awful. The door's lock still seems too difficult to pick. Alright, well. I was hoping maybe it just changed. Okay. Lots of gems. That's good. Oh, wait, one of you has the lever, right? Am I crazy? This one. I kind of want to go into the Lost and Found. I don't really want to lose stuff. If we lost, like, the key card, that'd be kind of devastating. That's kind of the only one, though. I'm not too worried about it. Plus, we have 2 more chests to go back here and open. And I guess when we get back up here, the coat check would be fine. We're done with the what's it called for today. Plus 8 steps. That's not bad. We're done with the telescope for today. More keys. That's incredibly unnecessary, but that's alright. Gems are pretty nice. I still want to get the telescope up to the planetarium on some other day, like just another day in the future. I want to keep going until we're like convinced that there's no more stars or planets or whatever, and that we're not going to get any additional bonuses. Because I'm currently not convinced of any of that. Okay, it's very dark in here. Excavation equipment. Yeah, okay. I mean, like, it goes real deep. We're definitely making progress. It goes real deep, though. And it has cleared out some of these, I think. So, like, this one's probably going to go as well. Oh, we gotta clear so many of those out. That'll be cool to see how it all is. See what's back there. There's got to be something good back there, right? We could go try to solve a sigil. I'd rather keep pushing forward for the day. I still want to get the conservatory. I would love to like draft and enter the dovecote, since I have not actually been in there yet. Still, somehow I say, even though I like just added it. Boiler room. So what are we at? 33. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's say we do get a vault key. So it'd be like another 8. So we're what, 14? That puts us here, 14. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Like, if we get the kitchen or the dining room or something, then we can keep going and things will be good. I guess we do that. Oh, and we have the stupid, like, bad red nonsense. Oh, that worked. Okay. Locker room. Yes, please. Bad red nonsense being the furnace. Okay, car keys. We're opening every locker because I have so many keys. It's just all the locked ones. Yo, 2 apples? 3 apples? Okay, that solves our stepping problem. That's good. I wonder if... Yeah, these are like in the same area. Okay. This was the same locker, I believe. Where is room 46? Theorized locations. Connection like the moon. Not below the foundation. North of the antechamber. Full house, 45 rooms. Branch rooms? No, what does that say? Oh, bunk rooms. 45 plus the bunk rooms. As in it would be 46. Interesting. Secret door in the tomb. Leaning towards this. Doesn't exist. Red herring. He's leaning towards this. Either that it's a red herring or it's a door in the tomb. Grotto. Circled a lot. He probably wants to know, like, what's behind the grotto. Because he was involved in setting up the servers. He was involved in setting up the servers because he was looking for room 46. He thought maybe he'd get into the room behind the servers that you need the microchips for. The precipice. Not the precipice. The ledge? The cliff? It's got to have a different name from the precipice, because the precipice is an actual area. Ooh, gems. Okay, don't mind the running shoes. That's kind of cool. Would have helped when we went on the backtracking spree, but maybe it'll still help more in the future. We're also up to a lot of steps because of those apples, so I'm not super concerned about our steps anymore. Oh, no. I'm just screenshotting the SIXORO. That is 100% part of the word castle. Jeez. Okay, here's what we're gonna do real quick. Go back to this. Here's my notes on this puzzle. I'm kind of trying to keep track of the letters up here. This is really hard to see. Can we just like zoom in a bunch, see if that helps at all? This is the chalkboard from classroom 7 or 8 or something where I just noticed this. So it's X, X, O, O. Don't know what's going on. It was 2 tic-tac-toes, but it's also CASTLE. Castle, XXOO. We have the other one that we have is the cat, CASTLE. There's a T at the very bottom there. So T is the only letter that we've added here, right? T. This is more of that. So SIXOOR. SIX. I already had that. I did not add that because this X and this X are from the tic-tac-toe, and this O and this O from the tic-tac-toe. But we got this R, so that's something. The other one is I blank IOO blank. I blank I O O blank. So that's the middle one. I blank I O O blank. The T the cat is standing on. The other one, I gotta add this from my other thing. Hang on. It's gonna be room screenshots. Everything's all zoomed in. It's gonna be this. I'll just like grab an extra screenshot of this. Passports from the vault. I think it was the last one that we saw. I blank 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 blank. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My scroll wheel. It's my scroll wheel, y'all. Whoops, this one. So ID I need to let's zoom back out here. I'm just gonna like screenshot this whole thing. From the passport. It's here, because this is like an active puzzle that we're working on. Thanks for doing that one note. That is a great use of that's exactly where I wanted you to paste that. That's flawless. Okay. I kind of wish I could like make the chalkboard lighter, so I might like draw over it or something. But there's ID and then a bunch of blanks, and the only place where that fits is here. ID Oh wait, hang on, there's another one we're missing. Hold up. There's another one I gotta add here from the cloister. I'm so glad I alphabetized this stuff. We are going to just copy this image. C blank X E blank T. That's another one. Okay. I don't need the note there. So we'll put it here. I might just see if I could like trim this or something, like crop it, because we don't need that. Doesn't matter. C blank X E blank T. E blank T. There's only one E. Uh-oh, hang on. Et is, I think, east or west. That's one of the directions. It's written in Eurasian. Language class. No. Geography. The spiral of stars is in her ladyship's room. There's the music note. That's gonna be a thing. Like the clef or whatever. Was it not this? I must have written it in the language thing then. Oops. Zoom back out. Yes. Et is east. This was me solving the worksheet when we did that. So this is east. So Tor. Do we know what Tor is? Holy cow. I was not expecting to make progress on this. Lore is word. The other thing is like, no, because these are in the right column for sure. I was wondering, I don't know. CIX, I don't know what that is. AD something. 6, like just like SIX. That seems kind of weird. Tor. It might also be like words that overflow, but that doesn't seem likely. Like Torlo. Torlo-et. Do we know what Tor is? No. Lore is word. Torlo. We don't know what lo is. So, I don't know. I don't know, y'all. But this is absolutely a clue to that. That's fantastic. Oh, what a discovery. Oh, man. If I had come here before, I probably would have like screenshotted this and blocked it out of my mind, or maybe thought worse, like that each is being crossed out with an X. Fine, like the I is really long for some reason. I don't know why. 6 or 0. But no, it's for the castle puzzle. Yo, okay, I'm extremely glad that this day has turned into this. We've learned so much crap. Kirkdarren is a pseudonym. I don't know if green notes are true or false. I don't think we got a definitive answer on whether, like, just general green notes in the house are true or false. Yeah, that's a lot of, like, gems and coins, though. That's been pretty good for us. Okay. Whew. That was a doozy. We're not going to get a room up there near the antechamber, which is kind of a bummer, but... Boiler room. I guess we go from the... Because we're still going to get, maybe... we have the furnace. What are the other red rooms? We could get the maid's chamber, the chapel, the lavatory, the gymnasium. I do have 2 rerolls, which is not bad. We could deal with the boiler room. Yes, the aquarium is what I want. That's a lot of stuff. Built-in cane is kind of a bummer. There's something else in here? What else is in here? Ah, haha. Okay, so there's the obvious X in front of the barbecue. We did that. That was a key to help us unlock the filing cabinet, which has an arrow pointing to it. Done. Got it. This is a bedroom. I don't see any other, like, markings on the rocks or anything, though, right? I sure don't. You already have 1 clue. I find it unlikely that you would have, like, an additional clue, so I'm not too worried about you. This is just the hallway again. We could probably just fill the aquarium. What's this one? Laundry. I didn't see that before. There's an X right there. Oh, it's hidden if you just stand in the middle. Oh, perspective. Okay. Laundry room. Laundry room actually is relevant for something. Is there like another arrow or something? No. Perspective doing anything for me? Not really. Not really. What was the other room that didn't have anything? The bedroom here? No. No. Okay. I just wanted to be sure before we pumped all the water out again, but who knew that actually, like... Oh, hell yeah. And we got the conservatory? This was very good. This was a very, very good day. I think we're done with you. Ah. Ooh, and an apple? Holy cow. The game suddenly is being very good to us. Okay. Lavatory, congratulations, you're out of here. Mechanarium. I think this is good to get later. I'm kind of okay with it being unusual. Aquarium, I kind of don't mind making it like super common. It's a 3-way room, it's really good. It's just gonna always have money in a dig spot for us. I assume it always has a dig spot. It has every time we've gone in there. Maybe we just make it standard though. The fact that it counts as every room means it'll trigger like sleeping mask and nursery, and it'll get a gem. Actually, it'd be good to get that before getting like the patio and whatnot. Yeah, I am gonna make it common. That seems like a really good one. This seems like a win. This is like the first time that we've actually gotten really good stuff that I felt good about. You know, 2 of our 3 I changed the rarity on. One of them, getting rid of the lavatory forever. Even though it had items at one time. I still don't want to see it ever again. Oh, and I didn't use... Oh, we could use the secret garden key on the other side, maybe. Okay, okay. That'd be good. So what is this? So we're in a green room. What's the other green room that can show up, like, inside the house? Greenhouse, maybe? Oh, the courtyard. Oh. Yeah, we could force the courtyard to show up here. Or we could use the secret garden key here and then force this to be like another green room, but I think that's like 6 of one, half dozen the other. Huh? I didn't think we could have something that would go off the map like that. I didn't think that was possible. It just boards you up like usual. Okay. Curiosity has been sated, I guess. It was expensive, but you know what? We have a lot of resources and we're done with the day. Oh, I'm at the wrong freaking spot. Gosh darn it. I mean, we have more steps than we know what to do with already. Yeah, C blank X. Man, I wish there was like a crouch option or something, but that's fine. It makes me wonder if we got a different courtyard, if we had like a different statue, would it have the same letters on the back, or would there be like different letters maybe? Let's go back down to the pump room. We could connect the boiler room to the pump room. That would would give me access to all the water that I don't want in the system anymore, and we could put it back in the system. That sure seems like a terrible idea. Ooh. There's something else in here, huh? Ooh, a key. Metal detector is fantastic. I still need to go check the telescope. I need to not forget to do that. Let's just see what we can do here before. Yes. Before I wrap up the day. Before I muck about with stuff and make a mistake. I don't really know what other room I want to care about here. Oh, that's funny. Honestly, at this point, the best thing would be getting, like, the freezer or something, you know? So this is just the moon. What's the bottom one? Not you. I mean, there's only, what? 4 times 4 times 4 options. That doesn't seem that bad. You could just try to brute force it. Is that supposed to be west? But you know, at this point we could also just go into room 46 again. Where's my gardener logbook thing? Hang on. Secret garden to the west. The mechanarium's the backup. Great Hall for the east, secret garden, parentheses, sealed, is this one. So that would be the east, which we already have open for today. Greenhouse and the weight room are south. So we've opened all 4, haven't we? Great Hall, secret garden, weight room. So we've opened all 4. That's kind of cool. That's the first time I've ever done that. I still got to figure out like how did we get the other one though? It's got to be something stupid. Like we just got to point them all the same way that the swan is looking, right? Something like that. I already tried that, didn't I? Back to the moon. It's east. It's north, south, east, west. When they all point west, it opens the west one. When they all point east, it opens the east one. Are you kidding me? That's so stupid. It's so dumb. I can't believe I didn't figure that out. When they all point north, they're pointing at the moon. So what happens when they all point south? I still maintain that there's probably something with them pointing in different directions, but boy, was I just going the wrong way with all of this. A sigil, okay. But you're the sigil of Arinda Ares. We already know you. You have been solved. Okay, well that's something. Huh. I feel so stupid. Okay, so from the secret garden, we can open east and west. That's a lot. That's that's very cool. Okay. So this could just be like anything. Dead ends. Like I was saying, like freezer would be kind of nice. Um, chapel's not that bad. We could just dump a bunch of money into the chapel. That's not that bad. I'm gonna keep rerolling. You're not helpful. I want to look at what the note is in the music room, but that I don't really. Can we get a vault key from here? I don't think we can. Another prism key. Kind of cool. Denoted in verse. So it's not quite the symbol that was in the book. I mean, is this just telling me like that we gotta find the sheets of music? Find here within these first words sung the key you seek in major tongue. So hang on, what's major? That wasn't a new clue. Major. Where is that? I don't know. I'm looking at rooms, books, book screenshots. A new clue. It was down towards the end. Jor is name. So major. What's ma again? Ma is small. Small word. No, small name. Oh, is that a clue for we're gonna do this again. Welcome back to my notes, everybody. Boop. Ma is small. Jor is name. That was just written down in the book. Where was it? Up here's Erajan, right? So Jor is name. Major, so like small name. It's showing you that it's split. Major key, so like small name key. We know that there was the stuff at the end, right? The suspect is minor. The suspect is major. Suspect is minor. This is a lie. This is maybe true. Oh. These are both true. The suspect is minor, as in they're young. The suspect is major, so they have a small name. The suspect is a key, which might be like admin key, because we already got this. I'm just going through a puzzle we've already solved, but this was for Bo Lee. Small name. They're a minor. They're only 16. That was the admin. Okay. What else do we have here? Find here within these first words sung the key you seek in major tongue, but half the sheets are missing from the four you hold, the rest far flung. Half note held is quite the pun. Because it's like half note held would be like a music thing. That's like a joke, but also like it's half the note is held because we're only holding half of it. Okay. Among the scattered symphony, a message hidden beneath the keys in bold words sung by you and me, a fractured note, an urgent plea in bold words sung, I do repeat. Yeah. And like we've already solved this, but I'm just curious if there's like anything else, right? We have new context for things. The ones of you who oft assume that you alone can solve this tune are likely going to get your due, and all the rage that will ensue while working on this simple clue. I wonder if there's something with like the letters of the notes or something. That's the thing that concerns me because I don't know how to read music. And I could like sit down and like figure it out, like fumble my way through it, but man, that's not going to be good entertainment, I don't think. White pages lined with melodies do hide the words we've come to seek, and from our choice among all these, we write down one that seems to be the loudest type with ink that bleeds. But we know that it's the first word, right? Find among the white trees, something like that. I forget what it was. I'm just going to take a screenshot of this and put it in the music room because that's what I was looking for earlier. I don't actually think this is relevant now, but who knows? I was thinking that like this might be something because it's like 3 and 3, and there's like a different color here and different colors there, and then like things are missing, and maybe this is part of the castle puzzle. It's like Castle if you want to look at it like this way. But I don't know what to even make of this. It's gotta be something because of the colors, right? Like, there's gotta be meaning here. I don't know what, though. Whatever. It would be nice to drain the pool also. So here's the situation. If we're gonna do all this stuff, we're gonna mess up the reservoir. So I'm not gonna be able to get back to the safe house. I think I'm okay with that. The kicker would be lower, like getting the reservoir full -1 so that we could boat across. And I don't really know if I want to deal with all this right now. I do want to. I might just cut this out. Partially because we've done this before and it's just not that interesting, but also partially because my throat is killing me and I need to go get some water, so I'm going to pause the recording here anyway. Okay, I'm like most of the way there. I figured I'd show like the last tiny little bit because we got to get just one into you. And we're going to get 2 out of you. So we're going to have to put 1 into the pool and then 1 into the reservoir to be able to get across. So that's all. That's what I'm doing. It's just been a lot of like this. And then come back over and push the other button and then etc. etc. Pool is 5 though. To tank 1. Did that all go to tank 1? Sure did. Tank 1, pump 1 to 5. Okay, okay, okay. Wait. 6. I don't know how numbers work. Pool. It'd be nice to be able to, like, drain the pool as well, but alas, we cannot. From you this way. You should only take 1. Okay. And then we're going to go back to the reservoir. And we're going to pump 1 more into the reservoir. Hooray! We've drained the fountain. The reservoir will now let us boat across. The aquarium is full. Everything's full again. It's all full. I kind of want to pop back into the music room and just take a picture of the music notes, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to bother. I have decided against it. Talk myself out of it. We could like drain the pool completely, open up the trunks and then refill it. I don't want to do that either. Pool, conference room, weight room, code check. Oh, pool is that way. Pool. Secret garden. Why are there keys in here? What spread keys? Huh? What? Locker room. Oh man, now I wish even more that I had gotten the chapel. Oh well. Having like the money doubler would also be really nice, but we're not going to do that. I want to go to Lost and Found. I want to see if we get a vault key. I may very well just end my day in the planetarium. I know the key card is like amazing to have at the start of every day, but I really want to increment our stars and get to like 50. Man, this has already been such a long freaking day. Let's go to the Foundation. Yeah, I mean, like, there's no real... I don't think this is gonna do anything for us, but I'm curious to know... I'm curious to know if we can go through the antechamber, open the like normal door in there since I pulled all the levers, and if we can go through and get that last room. That's kind of a cool idea to me, so I kind of want to do that. Also, we may as well pop into room 46. I've been in there a bunch of times. I think... Oh, we can go check out the fountain. I didn't even think of that. I mean, like I did. That's the whole reason we did that thing, but... Now I've lost my train of thought entirely. Room 46. I'm doing all of this. If we do get a vault key, oh man. man. I should just have done the lost and found first. Because if it's a vault key, then we're going to get a sanctum key out of the vault, maybe. And then we're going to have to come back here and do all this again anyway. And that is no good. Why do I do this to myself? Doesn't matter. I want to see if we can solve Archeries. I also want to see if there's anything special for having all 4 of those open. Probably not. Okay, Archeries. So I'm going to guess that you're tribal, which I already have. Hang on. Let's pull up my notes. Region/histories. I need to find the book on sigils. So, for the moat... I think that they might be tribal, so we'll leave it at that. That being said, I'm gonna mess with it immediately, because I don't remember what controls were. Okay, this is good. That's bad. Don't do that. I want you to go back. Maybe they're tribal, that's a guess. This is weather. That's stormy. I think they're stormy, according to history book, the second era. The youngest got the realm of Arch Ares, the land of the northern storms. Wild and untamed expanse. Yeah, okay. Back to the book on sigils. Where is that? Realm and rune. I need to like put an asterisk in the name of this so I can find it easier. So ray shapes. I don't know which one you are. This one's ray shaped, probably. So before it was navy, this is like road, streets, and carriages. I think they might be train system. I don't know. The other option would be like roads and streets. Camels, it specifically says arid or desert trails. That's not this. Horseback, maybe? We haven't seen any horseback. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 of these. And we know that Orinda Ares used railways twice. So the question is going to be, are each of these used once? Oh, probably. But we're going to pursue this anyway. So that's horseback, so this will be trains. They're in the order that they're in the book, okay? And then the outer thing. So this has got to be yellow. So yellow is just like a zigzag. Just like the storms, which is fitting. No, so the railway that connects them all is purely through Fen Ares / Orinda Ares. Okay. So we just guessed that they're horseback, maybe? Let me take a look again. So we have Turtle Pack. We have aviation. We have trains. Those have been solved. We have navy. So these guys are either roads or horseback. Let's go horseback. That's turtles. It's turtles all the way down. So that's aviation. This is roads. This is horseback. And now we got to get back to the zigzag. No. The other option is like that they're not tribal. Well, we could try roads. Let's try roads. Trains, dirigibles, camels, turtles. Back to navy, roads. So they're not tribal. I think we just need to learn more about them. We could also guess at... So these guys did turtles, right? Yeah, they're turtles. Which was just like a... educated guess. In Nevare. Have I translated this? I don't think I have. Let me just get a screenshot of this real quick. Ah! Room, screenshots. What is this called? Like the underpass? Inner sanctum, I guess. Language class. I'm not trying to do this. I'm trying to stay tabbed out. I keep accidentally clicking back into the window. Okay. O-V-I-N-N. O-V is toward. OneNote is very stupid about things sometimes. Okay. Stop it. I'm trying to click and it's trying to just make a giant paragraph and it's then moving like the picture around. Of in which is going to be toward something in. So there is in eclipse and is eclipse. So like, what does that mean? Left eclipse, right eclipse? Waxing eclipse, waning eclipse? I don't know. Nevare. So do we have that? Nev is new, or the start of. Alre is the future. Toward something. Start of the future. So like towards something is the start of the future. This is where the future begins. We're moving towards a new future. It could be a new future. Yeah, Nev could just be new. Yeah, I don't know what in is. We gotta figure that out. Okay, so we could maybe figure... I don't know how you get around, though. We don't know about... Niraja. Just looking through my notes real quick. Do we know what Jai is? J-A-I? Let me check my language. We don't. Nai is night. N-A-I. So I'm trying to figure out like what Morajai is. Jai could just be like land or something, right? So that could just be like the land of the people, land of our planet. Because Mora's our planet. I don't know. Okay, sorry. I'm like looking at all the language stuff now. That is a rabbit hole I don't want to go down right now. So we think we know everything about Kararka except how they get around. We don't know how the Eurasians get around. We have a fragment of that. I think that's the one from the clock tower. Let me take a look at the clock tower again. I don't think it gave any indication of the rays. Poetic people, we know their color. Man, this might be something in like her ladyship's diary or something. Right? How she misses transporting around at home. Something. Okay, I need to go back and find her ladyship's diary. I kind of just want to poke through a VOD and find that, but that also seems like something maybe we should do on camera again. I don't know. Did I take screenshots of that? Oh, there's no way I did. This was definitely before I was doing that. Red Prince. The Gardener. Sorry, just organizing my notes a little bit, because we got like the red letters and stuff. And I just have thrown those in with like book screenshots. Here we go. History of Arindia, so like middle child, southern region of Eurasia, mystical realm of the ancestors, steeped in tradition, magic, poetry of the old tongue. That's all we know about that from there. Bright and prosperous future. City of Fen, they attacked. The Fen insurrection. Arch Ares and Nuance joined the war. Yeah, that's all we've got. I need to like take pictures of the stamps as well because I haven't been doing that. All right, let's get out of here. We will probably be back if that is indeed a vault key, which it looked like it maybe was. It's what I get. I'm doing this to myself. Oh, I feel bad doing this to myself, but it is what it is. I think they just want you to see that giant hole and be like, how do I get down there? this should be blocked. Oh, yeah, you. We already know about you. Oh, it's missing the color on the outside, which we already have solved. The angel points toward, or the eighth angel points to our dreams, or something like that. It's the Grim Reaper, and he's up there, and we can't open you because the whole point is we can't go back to the tomb because I didn't draft the tomb today, so that's why that door is there. Makes sense. This will just take us out. Yeah. So you're the fountain, so this is new. We've drained this. I need another basement door key. Oh, that's why it keeps giving us that key, because you need it twice. Oh, I wonder if I use it, is it going to stop giving it to me? Can we skip this? No, I can't. I want to skip the boat ride. Whatever. Okay. Well, we were on our way up to get this anyway. I mean, I guess not specifically with the intention of getting the basement key, but this is a side effect of the other goals that I already had for today. Okay, okay. Interesting. Good to know we've learned. I would rather take the elevator, I think. You're not the elevator. Where am I? What's going on? I'm like I'm all turned around. The boat ride has just thrown me for a complete loop. I will say, when I was talking to my friend Young Guru 42 about this game, one of the things we did discuss is like, what is that sound? Is it just like windy? Like, I don't know what that was. One of the things we did discuss was how would you do the achievement for beat the game on day one, or like get to room 46 on day one? Because that seems challenging. Look at all the little fish. Look at all the goldfish. They're goldfish, and they're swimming amongst the gold. Yeah, and the arrow's just completely gone. That's wild. Nothing else seems to have, like, shown up or changed, though. So far as I can tell. Huh. We gotta find... let me add that to my to-do list. I forgot to do that earlier. Dig in laundry room. To-do list, to-do list, to-do list. Dig in laundry room. Okay. That'll be sufficient. That'll remind me. Up conservatory. This way. We were talking about like how you'd beat the game on day one, and because you start with like fewer steps, everything is just generally worse. Except that you would have knowledge. You would know the basement key. Like you know stuff, right? You know how things work. You know how to draft. You have good drafting strategy. This is interesting. What would I like to see here? Ideally, I think it would be like the chapel, maybe? Something to do with all my steps. I don't really need any of those. Again, like oh man, this would have been nice earlier because we could open security doors, but there's no security doors left, so it doesn't matter. Like freezer, anything that would give me a benefit for tomorrow would be great. The lavatory again. I still want to know what those like pointing hand statues are all about, but I have no idea. All right, lavatory, you win. Enjoy being here today, because you're not going to be around for much longer, probably. Because I made you very rare. Still not sure what's going on with that. 8 realms in 8 months. We have only done a couple of those. Is this intentional? We have our letters, like the Y is in parentheses. I don't know. I'm mildly curious about that. I suspect there's going to be something with the crown. And, like, the throne room and stuff, right? Like, that's kind of the next big puzzle. But there's a second crown that we know of. And, like, who even knows what else? Okay. We're done with all this. I need to go back down and do the thing. I should do that first, because we are going to lose an item when we go into the Lost and Found. So we should just go down and open the fountain door first. Anyway, talking to my friend. How you do this on day 1. And it's like, you gotta... You have to go down here to get the lever, right? You're not gonna have... He doesn't know about the throne room. He hasn't gotten that far yet. But you're not gonna get the throne room on day 1, right? You have to get all the microchips. You'd have to... So I know that. So I'm thinking about this like in the back of my mind, right? You would have to get some way to start a... No, you don't need to start a fire. But you'd have to be able to get the other 2 microchips. So you would need, like, the garage to get outside, because that's where one of the microchips is. You'd have to get the hammer. That's fine. Those are relatively doable. The garage would have to be powered, so you got to get the utility room. So that's, like, microchips to get the throne room, which would give you an option for a lever without having to go down to the basement. Because the other option is you have to get into the antechamber, get the basement key, come down here. You have to be on the other side, right? You have to come in either from the tomb. So again, like, you have to get the garage, come in from the tomb. Or you'd have to get the pump room and be able to boat across. But I think, did the boat start on that side? I don't know the answer to that. Like, on day 1, if you just pump room and manage to lower the water level by 1. Also, day 1 pump room, I think you have to get the reservoir tank? Maybe not. Like the reserve tank of water? I'm not sure. I'm not positive on that front. But, like, you either have to... So the idea is you have to come over to this side that we're ending up on, either via the tomb or the fountain door, which requires you to have the basement key that I'm doing right now. Because you got to move the minecart so that you can go back to the other side and solve the, like, twisty gear room puzzle. All of that to get to the lever to go back up to the antechamber. Like, that's already a lot. That's, like, going to be a lot of steps and stuff. But anyway, we were going through all of that, and he was like, no, you don't have to get to the antechamber first. And like, I didn't know there was a basement door here. So, like, he kind of forgot, I think. And I just didn't know that there was another basement door, like, that's locked here that you need the key. So you do have to get into the antechamber first. Yo, it's just the fountain. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Was that like 36? It's like almost every day. Yeah, that makes sense. As soon as I got an allowance, I've been throwing a coin here every day. That's 36. In theory, we could like double it with the money doubler. That's neat. I don't necessarily know if it's like quicker or better than going down the other way, but it is just another way to get down there. Okay, let's just go, let's go see if that's a vault key. Which way do we go? Bedroom, pantry, den. I definitely deposited the... Oh, we never spent the treasure map. That's fine. I don't care. It's just more gems that we have no use for. It's just a silver key. That's so annoying. What a letdown. We have solved you. That is the one that we have solved. You get a black pawn. Nothing else fun or interesting. There's got to be another hint for one of the other sigils or something, right? I'm thinking her ladyship's diary. Was there a... Where have we learned about, like, the university? There was, like, the, hey, today is a good day because I found your diary, or, you know, your book from when we were kids, and I'm giving it back to you because you've graduated. But I don't think that mentions anything about, like, travel. Yeah, I'm not sure what to make of, like, Kararika. Have we seen any mention of, like, heat, desert, camels, anything like that? I don't know. I don't think so. I could, like, revisit geography class. But I don't think that has anything. I think we just go into the planetarium, right? I just want to increment my stars. That's kind of like a big focus for now. Y'all, this was a hell of a video. We got a lot done. There's still so much more that I want to do that we didn't accomplish. Is time still going? Sure is. It's 9 p.m. and going. We could put the crown in the coat check, but I don't want to do that. I'm probably at some point. Okay, the telescope. We're gonna see if that works. That's right. And then next, hopefully, get like the showroom and buy something nice and expensive and be able to store that. I'm really curious if we're gonna be done with the telescope in the planetarium, or if there's more. Like we could revisit the planets. There could be like a moon or something that we missed. I'm not sure. I don't know. We're finally done though. We're finally free. This was such a long video. I'm really bummed that I was not able to like solve the any of those sigils. I genuinely thought we'd be able to. But we don't know anything about the culture of a lot of those places. And transportation. We're missing transportation for pretty much all of them. The other option, and I've mentioned this, and I don't know if it's true. Like, I'm not sure how I feel about this, but like, there's 8 motes, and maybe we don't use all 8 in these sigils. Which seems a little weird, but that could be. So like, maybe they do have railroads in Archeries, but they're not tribal. They're also metropolitan or something, right? Like, I don't know. I don't know. We had a garden chateau. That's pretty good. Yeah, I'm like worn out. Like my brain is turning to mush from all that. I was not expecting like a 3-hour video, but I was kind of anticipating that we would have a long video whenever I got that book, and we sure got that book today. Anyway, done. Thank you for watching. May the grace of the Twilight Dragon be with you.